Hey everyone, and welcome to the fourth in a series of tutorials that will help you to collect, examine, and visualize urban informatics and modelling through digital data sources within the context of Melbourne, Australia. Hi, my name is Amy, and this tutorial will teach you how to alter street geodata from QGIS using AutoCAD. So let's get started. In the last tutorial, we obtained a GeoJSON file from PEDCatch and imported it into QGIS. We are now going to take this file and import it into AutoCAD so that we can add a street and alter an existing street to test out how this will change the pedestrian mobility of our study area. So the first thing we're going to do is to export this GeoJSON file from QGIS as a DXF file extension. By exporting this layer as a DXF file type, the geodata will then be able to be opened and manipulated in AutoCAD. I found through trial and error that the most successful way of exporting from QGIS to AutoCAD is to go to the File tab, Export, Export as DXF. This is in comparison to right-clicking on the layer and exporting via that method. Once in the export window, we are going to give our file a name and a location. And then we are going to make sure that our projection is set to the local Melbourne region's projection, which is the MGA zone 55. And then we're going to press OK. Once the file has been successfully exported from QGIS, we're going to minimize QGIS and open the DXF file in AutoCAD. In order to open the file with the least potential for a fatal error to occur in AutoCAD, I found that if we open the file from the File Explorer or file location, there is a greater success rate than if we open the file within the AutoCAD program. After our file is successfully opened, as we are opening a DXF, AutoCAD will automatically ask us whether we want to open a DWG as well, in which case we are going to say no. And as you can see here, we have our GeoJSON's data in polyline format. So what if we said that the HODL grid continued through Southern Cross Station into the Docklands? To do this, we are going to stretch the vertex of the existing street to the nearest street within the Docklands, which in this case is Wurundjeri Way. Next, we are going to add a polyline in order to create a new street, making sure that we are adding this line on the same layer as the existing streets. To do this, I'm going to type in PL for polyline and then press Enter or press the spacebar. And then I'm going to add this new street from the endpoint of an existing street, and then continue the line over to another street, and then press Enter or the spacebar to finish this command. As we picked our starting point at an endpoint of an existing street polyline, there is a vertices connecting these two polylines. However, the other end of this new street doesn't have a vertices connecting it to the perpendicular street. So what we need to do to add this is to add a vertex to the existing street and then align the vertex to the endpoint of our new street. The reason why we do this is to ensure that PEDCatch knows that this is an intersection for pedestrians to navigate down as an option when moving around this part of the city. Because although these streets may intersect, PEDCatch is trained to assume that there are instances where two streets cross, but they do not connect, such as with overpasses or underpasses. So to make sure that both the new street and existing streets alterations allow for PEDCatch to move around between these two streets, we need to add a vertex to any intersections we want PEDCatch to recognize. Okay, so now that we have altered an existing street and added a new street with vertexes or intersections to allow for pedestrians to move between these streets and the surrounding streets, what happens if we extend a street across multiple intersecting streets? What would we need to do? Well, we would need to, as we did in the first altered street, extend the street's polyline to the desired street extent. And then we are going to add not only a vertex to the endpoint of this street as an intersection for this particular node, we are wanting to add a vertex to all of the intersecting streets to allow PEDCatch to give the option of turning down any of these streets when traveling along the altered street. Then I'm just going to make sure that the new street has the same parameters as the existing streets, because although it is currently on the same layer as the existing streets, the color is different. So I'm just going to make this black because, as you can see, each of the other streets are colored black. And there we go. We have now successfully altered streets within our study area and added a new street for PEDCatch to hopefully recognize when carrying out its testing. Thank you for watching this video on how to alter street geodata from QGIS using AutoCAD. In the next video, I will show you how to take this altered street geodata and import it into PEDCatch. So until next time, bye.